So after being detained for 6 days, you were taken to the hospital because of the impact that your detention conditions had on you.
Ako yeo tiliworo menkije tumole minata sasa katu yeo taro menkije wole bataza ya sabu ani sasa ata
enke ay wole yake nan sasa katu yenke dami je susula bije dabo bije data kolo bije wol benkinna laranti je fe mantara je wudeni ka kiri wala benna kala en fanna fano nimbata da siran kanna fano le firan nga fe ne ngalla semento kan wole en kurante.
Yes, that has been the reason, because where I was, there were mosquitoes, and I had to sit down, and when I am tired, it's my wrapper that I used to spread on the floor and lie down.
And apart from mosquitoes, there were bed bugs and fleas which I saw inside the room, and they were all biting me.
During those 6 days before you were taken to the military hospital, were you questioned by anyone?
Ako tilworo me yakje janning ibe sambalo loptano to fo mo do fanan soto tale mennata ke nyinin kabang
mo ma nyinin ka kabri yenkije kay yembula jere to.
Nobody questioned me when I was put in that room. They just left me there.
On the first day when you arrived at the NIA office in Banjul, you saw a Baba who you believe was in charge at the NIA.
Ako lum folo me yafo ko futata je utumolo yenyi moje ka fo me baba me marata je la fo
wolu no ngaje.
Yes, that was the day I saw him.
Apart from that first day, did you speak to him again?
Ako lum folo ko la fo nana ta diamu le kota ke bang
nana de wo so mon tata lumi na so mo talan saba.
Yes, the next day 3 p.m.
Continue.
Ako isi continue.
Mbiye wo kabri saba lopitane mbonna lopitane ko tay yen dundi
So,
kabri yen dundi je.
we were there, so when they brought me back from the hospital, they took me back and put me in.
If I can just take you back, you said that you saw Baba again on the second day, meaning the day after you were taken to the NIA office in Banjul.
Ako yenyum foko tilo fulanjam inata lumen asamo kota ke wuluno ye baba je janning biral futata banyunu janni bitalo talo.
Can you tell us about your interactions with Baba on that day, the NIA boss at the time?
Wotumo ate baba membije la miro to wire ko ila miro to atelom NIA la nyaton koti je inala kul keta nyaadi le dia mola karola bamfo ko kundi mentambite ina tema
nala kul keta dia mola karola kunyo ko mambure ko wete president wala neng. We
spoke, and he said to me, Mambure said that you insulted the president, and that was recorded. I said to him, me? I asked them if they had any witness. He said to me, well, that is what he said, and we have it on record. Then I said to him, well, if you have it on record, then play it, let me hear it, and I'll own up to it if I am the one.
Record man soto akonye record man soto laftale ko pour que nati jang ni silandi ibe dami tema nyinya auto e ma nyinya UDP nyanda nyinya la TRRC le katu ngela doku buloje le nkaya le nato dalilu la lembondi wala le nato fujang bari nkale de sonoto dunia si fara ko fano neba ntita TRRC.
He said to me, there is no record. In fact, there is no record. We only wanted to bring you here and scare you so that you'll change your position. Where you are not looking nice there. You'll be better off in the APRC. And I said to him, the same thing I told you at the station. Even if the world were to be torn apart as a rapper would, I will not change course.
And this was a conversation that you had with Baba, who you believe to be the NIA boss, and Omar Mambure, who was the NIA representative in Janjanbureh, or one of the NIA officers in Janjanbureh.
Ako bitun ko mem foten wala keta kuma kangolti inin NIA la nyaton ko mem fo nin Omar Mambure me yalon ko atelem NIA la muti membe nun Janjanbureh.
Ni baba le nyimfo nya ko nya kabiri ka ko ye record le nkai sain ala pule ngamoy.
Baba said this to me. When he said to me there was a record, I said to him, well, then play it. Let's hear it.
Can you describe Baba for us?
Ako foisi Baba kalango fono nyele bang.
Baba kesu tungle ma.
Baba is a short person.
So Please continue. What was his complexion, for instance?
Ako continue ya fonyim abalo be nyadi le mo koyle mo finno
Amamfing amanko imampata balolo.
He is not is fair in complexion.
Do you recall any other anything else about him?
Ako foy hakilo si kudo mutale ka fa manko ya mamfing foy hakilo si kudo mutale bang ate baba danya to Kenya to isimen fono.
Ngai kesu tonglo ay balusu do manni.
He's a
he's
a short man
and his complexion, he's not quite fair, but and he is not quite black too. He's in the middle.
I believe she said something about his size. Can you please ask? Sorry, did you say something about his size, ma'am?
Ako foy kuma fole abalo la waro Kenya to wala balame sen non fo balavalem.
Abalo ama wara bakede abalo kulata domandi.
He is not too fat, but he's a little bit stocky.
Does the name Baba Saho ring a bell to you?
Ako fo tome bafala Baba Saho.
I don't know his surname. I only heard him being called Baba.
Thank you for that answer and that clarification. You told us that you were taken to the military hospital.
Where
was the military hospital located?
State House dala.
It's near the State House.
You said that after you were seen by the doctor, you were taken back to the NIA headquarters. Is that correct?
Yes, after seeing that military doctor, they took me back and returned me back to where I was detained earlier on.
You told us that you were detained in a small room. Do you know where within the NIA premises that room was located?
dundi bundingo le kono ye sorondame foy hakilo samane wala isa fono nyene wo bundingo be NIA la wo dinkira minto ma fanne
bundingo be woloto.
As you get in by the left-hand side, that's where the small room is.
Do you know if this was in another building, or was it just when you entered the premises?
Ako wo bundingo abe bunba dole kono bang fodum je mu bundingo aba fayene lo
abe bunba dole kono.
It is inside a bigger building.
Do you know if that place was known by any particular name?
Ako fo esinyim fana lombang wo dinkira fo tobe jelale ka kumandi to façon men.
No, I did not cast my mind to that.
While you were detained there, were there any prisoners in the cell that you were in?
Ako ila taro jele muto kono je fodum mo dolu fanal bi jele mennu muta ini mennu sitara nyokanji.
In that room that I was the only person there, except with God.
For how long did they keep you detained at the NIA?
Yetili jelle mu meo beke NIA je briye samba je osilo.
Tili muang adin sabanga ole kije sabanyelu ne yen fintinde konye sinin karo tili muang nani ni ibebula mfana ko ni ala sonta.
I was there for 23 days, and then they said to me, next tomorrow, by the grace of God, we'll release you.
So 6
o'clock suba. So the following morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, they came and opened up the door. So
I was released on the 24th day of my detention, and they told me, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and they told me that tomorrow, now we are going to take you to Superbad.
During those 23 days, were you charged with any crime?
Ako tilimwani sabo me yakije foye tumi kujaw kela le bang.
Iman tumi ko pour kabo UDP dron kata APRC ko e foneba.
I was not charged. The only reason was that so that I would leave the UDP and join the APRC, and I said to them, never.
And you told us that this was before the elections. This was sometime in the month of July.
Yenyim fo nyenko nyinketa wato me wayatara quartier fayo manke folo aseke ko July karo konolem folemba.
Ayalo mankaro nangamo nimo fin karo ngolo ba karo malo mankaro mo election.
Yes, but I'm not literate, so I cannot tell you exactly, but I can tell you that that was before the elections.
During that time, were you allowed any visitors? Did you, for instance, have access to a lawyer or to any member of your family?
Akoyla o muto kono foy molu soto le menu kane kumpabo menbe ko ibadi ngulu wala foy si ibula inil loya e nyoje fodum mo man soto fereng men nate jije
ni nate boka song ye moyenje muka finti namanke otil woron tata lopitano ko muka finti be odulale to foni la tala jonkon kono ndi fona jani mina lan sibunda fadi wo fadi itinda ni mina tuman non ka jonkon kem fannan seta jiota nga ndafan ko.
They never allowed anyone to see me, even if they come, except on the 6th day when I fell ill and I went to the hospital. Apart from that, I'm always inside. And even when I want to come out, I'll have to knock the door persistently before they come to open the door. And most times, I even pee on myself, and only to go to the bathroom and take water and rinse it. I get...
I don't even get wind inside the room there.
So that's something I wanted to ask you about, the ventilation, as well as whether the room was lit. Were you able to see anything while you were inside that room?
Akala ftenyi ninkala bolale numfang fodun fonyo dundula be o bungula le bang
fonyo dunda kili
wo fodun lampo fanam bijele le bang
ngata di bole kono.
There was only one little window where the air comes in, but the place was dark. It was not lit.
And you told us the only times that you were allowed out was on the occasions where they allowed you to use the restroom, as well as when you were taken to a military hospital during those 23 days.
Ako tilmuani saboko nenyem foko. Itela finto kake nyineti ni lefta tala jonkongola. Aning lumme ye samba doctoro ya fo aketa wala nyama ba.
Aketa wala nyama ha.
Yes, that is what it is.
What about food? Did they provide you with food during that time?
Ako domoro dum foi ka domoro dilale wo wato bang.
Ibuka domoro lunkine domoro na rebaden sikata la yabo ni pirsine ya tenko enfar.
They never brought any food. There was only one day that they brought food, and I suspected the food was from the prison. So I said to them, no, I was okay.
Were you provided with anything, any kind of nourishment at all during those 23 days?
Ako tilimuani nsaboko no so fo balu ko keta nyaadile tili ila karola ni ye balu soto nyaadile.
Mambalu soto kawle fwe mambalu soto mbatata.
I had no feeding.
Nyamini ngombe diamla nyamini embo in the pipeline.
I had no food. In fact, the day I was released, I wanted to speak and I got dizzy and I fell.
During that time, did you have were any of the NIA officers kind to you in any way?
Ako tilimuani nsaboko no NIA do kulal fo hani mo killing man soto je. Mensi bala faye ay kukendeke ye ay hinela fo soto ndale bang.
Amanke.
No, it never happened.
Kadun katra soro ni muwe kono. Because bala fala muwe ibe soro ni ibuka findi. Di mo meje ate bala fala no le kodi.
Because I was constantly locked up inside, and how would anyone show you pity when you are not seen? It's only when you are seen that someone can show you pity.
And you told us when you were released on the 24th day, you were so dizzy that you fainted.
Yenyim fonyan ko lumme yebula tilimuani nani njang somanda juno me yebula iko ulung bataya kenle ifintita yinyaaye mining iboita fa keta wala nya
nyaay wo ngaaje wo tilimuani nani somanda nga singul nyaasde.
On the morning of the 24th, I saw single nyas.
Ari nabe jamfare nyola.
But there was a distance between the two of us.
But
when I saw him, I could recognize him as single nyasi.
He took up a bucket and went to the standpipe to get some water.
ayala tawelo keteng akangola ten ngen so bala dunde.
He draped his towel around his neck. He was dressed in a t-shirt.
Kay single.
I said to him, single.
Ngaje kefula.
I saw two men.
Me nyaral jere.
I could not see their faces.
Ala ko tonya.
God said, you speak the truth.
But
they had hoods over their heads. They came and they hit single on his neck. They hit him and the bucket fell. So they left me and they went to pick up a vehicle to take me. I saw him being taken to cell number 8.
Can you tell us who Shingle Nyasi was at that time?
Single Nyasi wotumo.
UDP.
He was the leader of the UDP youth wing.
Were you surprised to see him there?
Afonyin kete tere makuleti purka single Nyasi jije.
Aketa nyetere makuleti ni itata muto kama jani mina nga single Nyasi ko be mulanda ben sambala superba otumo boso kalo wala to.
It was a surprise, yes, when they left and said they were going to pick up a vehicle to take me to Superbad. At that time, that was where the boss used to stop.
And when you saw him, this was within the NIA premises, is that correct?
Akoy ibe single Nyasi jela tumo mena be NIA law kordale kono.
NIA law kordale kono tebe buruba ma fanna tebe mara ma fanna. Bari manyolo fo lu ale wanya robo yiminte bulala wolno ngati jakabe eltaje bila.
It was inside the NIA premises. I was on the left-hand side, he was at the right, but we did not know of each other's existence until that morning when I was being released.
You told us that you were surprised to see him there. Didn't you know that he was at the NIA premises before you saw him?
Akoy nyum foko kajeje aye terenne. Foi malo nunko tumo abe NIA law dinkirato je.
Malo.
I did not know. I did not know.
Are you aware, prior to that incident, were you aware that of his whereabouts? Were you aware of his whereabouts?
Janning wo iba jela wo dinkirato wolung fodun yalo ne utumo abenun damimbang
ani nene malo ko faya muta faya samba udlato nene malo fa.
I never had any idea that he was arrested and taken to that place.
So you saw him there, and after you spoke to him, you said two masked men then hit him on his hand and on his back. Can you tell us what they hit him with?
Ako ikobiri yaje tumomena kumandiro keta yaje mufula meni e maskol dum ya lipa buloto aninga tongoto so isa fono nyi aketa nyadile wala fu ya lipa fennela bam fo ya lipe buloto
e buloto ta ya fadiala.
They hit him with their hands.
Can you tell us what happened after that?
Afonye wobe kola munena atake
ya sambale phone number mfana yok terbesta fanga ya je abulani number 8 katu fani ya phone buka la fiola.
So they took him to number 8. I followed them and I sneaked behind them and I saw with my own eyes that he's been taken to number 8.
Ibe fefe mfola sisene ya wala kena yok ta phone terbesta phone fanga je abulani number 8 selo kono.
Whatever you say, it must be something that is very clear to you. That was why I sneaked behind them and I watched until I saw that he was taken and locked into the cell number 8.
Can you tell us where cell number 8 was located within the NIA premises?
Ako cell number 8 ya dundi obumu menkono abe NIA law dinkira minto.
NIA le quarters from Trabijel.
It is inside the NIA headquarters. It's there.
Can you tell us when you enter the NIA premises where you can find it? Was it on the right, on the left, or straight ahead?
Ako fo isa fono nyabe NIA law korda minto mafane ni dunta ila suokono.
Ni dunta ila suokono.
Bulubale mfomara fo ke nyatiling dinkira.
Bulubalo kata min number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's by the right hand side. You pass number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
You told us that during those 23 days, and you were released on the 24th day, you were not provided with anything in terms of nourishment, and in fact, you fainted. Can you tell us what happened after that?
ako yenyim foko nyilu mansom balu iman domori dila wotili muanni sabo kono o ya sabu hanfo lumme yebula ayakendi nyaaye minim foy boyta mune natake
mboyta to mominda kabiri yen sama folo super ba e gindi ye $200 bondi e ko nyela pason ko nyindu ko la pason ko malla falla ko dola e ko nyabarin telde ngete nati jam ite paso so nyaadi be sayla makati ko ko mitana patili da Useni Dabo abe paso dila na la bin sambala.
When they took me to Superbad, they gave me $200, and I asked them what was the money for. They said, this is your fare back to Janjambure. I said to them, I do not like you, I do not like your money. And they said to me, how could you go to, how would you be able to get back to Janjambure without fares? I said to them, I'm going to my party leader, Useni Dabo, to get fares back to Janjambure. They said to me, but we are the ones that brought you here, not Usenu. I said to them, well, but you brought me here on because of Osenu's affairs. So therefore, I am going to Osenu. When I arrived, I knocked at the door, and the door was opened. My whole body was...
I was so sick that all over my body had pimples all over me, even in my mouth. There were pimples there. I was very, very sick when I arrived at Mr. Dabo's compound.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at Mr. Dabo's compound?
Afonye mune natake briefleta Mr. Dabo la korda.
Abirifuta ya muso minkata aja maindur kabira nje kumbota ejikanto bondi kaelo hanin muka fenne mutano.
When I arrived,
Dotol bonni kambalo be ku fo mbalo ke ko yembula ni moto kono samba Dr. Sisele clinic ye landije amura na domoro de danye ay asamba ni Dr. Sisele fane domoro de da ya dinna.
When Aja Mai saw me, she cried. Then that was the time when she brought in hot water. She bathed me and prepared food for me. Then immediately she took me to Dr. Sise's clinic. When I arrived at Dr. Sise's clinic too, he also treated me very nicely. He brought food for me and I was treated.
Dr. Sise nata pengu sabadina ay bur kasol dina ay bur yol dina atata bananol nati anim pomol pour ka don kanta don la konya don.
When Dr. Sise treated me, he gave me 3 injections. Then the food he prepared for me, I ate it, and then he went to buy some fruits for me, bananas, apples, and some other things so that I can have, so that I can eat those things.
I spent 2
days and nights at Dr. Sise's clinic, and then I ended up pleading with them to release me. I said to them, I have kids in my home that are very young.
Do you recall where Dr. Sise's hospital was located? His clinic, sorry.
Ako foye hakilo sa muta. Dr. Sisela lopitano be minte umafanne wotumo.
Kololi.
In Kololi.
So you said you spent 2 days there, you were given food, and presumably you started regaining your strength.
Ako bitu yafo ko yo tilflo menkije ye domoro dila wo wato lem sufolo boyta sayla nyama ay balol damuta ka bambambang.
La pobota mbalo bala ha.
That was when I started to regain my strength, yes.
And you said you decided that you had to go back to Japan.
Yes, that was what happened.
Dr. Sizen Samba Suokono, Useni Dabo ya pipeline, Useni Ramoto fell,
Dr. Sise took me to Usenu's compound in Pipeline, and then Usenu fueled the vehicle, which now drove me to my home in Janjambure.
I just wanted to ask about the children that you left at home. You told us about your child, your baby that was 1 year, 1 month old. What about the other children? Do you recall how old they were at the time?
Ako yenyum foko ibita tumo be sambala tumo mena ye dindingul tu suoko no ibe men susunde kamfango tumo be sanji killing kar killing. So dindindo lu menu bije o isa fono nyebang woliye sanji jelle soto.
Le do e sanji tanin nan, do sanji tanin woro, do sanji tanin fula, do sanji tan. Ani bari mading dol biye woli sanji tanin say soto.
One was 14 years old, the other was 16, the other was 12, one was 10. There was also another one who was 18 years old.
You said Dr. Cisse drove you to Mr. Dabo's house. At that point, did you tell either of them about Mr. Shingle Nyasi?
Ako ko Dr. Cisse ye samba ayesa indikata Mr. Dabo la kordatu. Ako bari akata Cisse Dr. Cisse tibang akata Mr. Dabo tibang foi Shingle Nyasi la kuma fo yenne bang.
Ntelenga fo useni ngai nga single je otumo jahalte ka fata ngai single man fade. Ngai bi ngaje karotil mwani nani lume yembula somanda. Itata moto kama jannami nana ngaje NIA office akahabiti kula pokito sika inata ya fadi ya bula number 8 selo kono. I
personally gave that information to Usainu Dabo. I told him that I saw Single Nyasi because at the time they were thinking that he was dead. I said to them, no, I saw him as he was going to fetch water with a bucket.
So prior to you providing that information to Mr. Usainu Dabo, Mr. Shingle's whereabouts were unknown.
Ako jani bo kibaro fola Mr. Dabo ya amunta akitale ko molu malo nung Single Nyasi bedame.
Ya nyini nakati taraje ye nyini nkai koitel mamuta.
They looked out for him and they went to inquire, but each time they were told that he was not in their possession.
So after you provided this information to Mr. Dabo, did you eventually go home to Janjanbureh?
Ako biring yenying kibaro di Mr. Dabo la ulbe kola utumolo inata sai Janjanbureh bang?
Kabringa di Mr. Dabo utumo nata sai Janjanbureh. Mr. Dabo tate kafa dula mi citizen radio to atateji adiamuta.
It was
ko na single be NIA office. Na chairman be Janjanbureh. Wole yaje. Karotil mo ni nani ayaka fofo aka ayaje subala kabe jobila. NIA kefulanda ye NIA masko ya lapi abe number 8 selo kono du nanyin chairman anene manfani afonye abukasila anene manfani afonye anene mandani awasata.
It was after I gave this information to Usainu Dabo that he went to Citizen FM and made this pronouncement that Single Nyasi is in the custody of the NIA because my chairperson from Janjanbureh has made that revelation to me, and this is a person who is trustworthy, who never lies, and she is reliable.
You told us that these events occurred prior to the elections in 2001.
Yenyim fonyen ko nyimbe keta wato mengo yatara 2001 carte fayo bakan nam president carte fayo bara manke folo utumo folemba.
Keta wole nyama.
Yes.
After the elections in 2001, were you in any way targeted as a result of your UDP affiliation?
Ako birin carte fayo nata ke fatambita 2001 sankono. Fo be kola inata kudo inate normale kunyasila do nyama bang mense ke kudoti itella taro itella bulo itenoma.
Birin carte fayo kere bele jubile sono folo na korda ya bele janjan.
After the elections, when they were jubilating, they came and dismantled all of my house.
Kabirin korda ni korda lansango. Kabirin tonko fotonko tumanga pempen korigetolela.
At the front of my house, the fence, at that time I used corrugated iron sheets to make the fence. They came there and they dismantled all of it. They mangled all the corrugates. They were throwing stones into the compound.
Who did this?
APRC Omar
Mambure and his APRC supporters, and he's usually the one that leads them.
So after the elections, they were jubilating and they came to your home and destroyed your home. Is that correct?
Ako carte fayo kola ni sewo nata etel niwo kontano tumole nata boy la korda kan kajetinya ko ya fote nyamin folembang.
Yes, that was what happened, and they also took all of my children and locked them up in a cell. Those that were small were put on detention. They were there with them for 3 days. When I want to go there, people will advise me and tell me not to because that I was the one that they are actually looking for. I said to them, I cannot sit down because my family, my children are with them.
They
kept them there for 3 days. Some were inside the cell, others were on detention. And then they released them. That was what happened.
You told us that your children were all under the age of 18, from what you've testified.
Amunta ila kumakangulu kuno yafo idingulu menu bije otumo kabo sanji tanin sai kana we dumala idingulu la wulu sango be woltonu otumo.
And in fact, you told us the age range was between 8 years old and 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yenyum foko idingulu ila wulu sango kabo sanji sailon kata sanji tanin seo kanko yafu nyami.
Mimi sanji tanin sai wole nundu kula nunjana agri.
Yes.
The
one that was 18 years old was working with agriculture, but then they said, let's hack him. Because if his mother does not have someone to buy rice for her, perhaps she will have a rethink and change her course.
He came to
the house crying, and I asked him what happened. He said, they have driven me. They said, if you did not leave the the UDP, I will not work in the government. And I said to him, well, I'm farming, and I will use that to feed you. I said to them, your sustenance is in the hands of God.
So I just want to focus on your children, the ones who were taken away and detained at the police station for 3 days.
After kumafola ila dindungul la koto ye menu samba police station onto fotili sabay bije.
Anindoma habije.
Plus they also took away my younger brother.
And this was in relation to Omar Mambure and APRC supporters coming and destroying your home.
Omar Mambure okay, it was Omar Mambure and Kulujiba who were all staunch supporters of the APRC who were responsible.
So they're the people who arrested your children.
Yes, they were the ones that took away my children. In fact, those that were a little bit matured were beaten, and they had their necks were gagged.
Sidisane, the little one who was the one who was elder than the others was severely beaten. They in fact tried to strangle him.
Where was he beaten?
Akoye lipamintole.
Police station ye lapijele. They were
beaten at the police station. They were so much so that when Sidi came out, his neck was swollen. He could not eat. So I used to prepare ogi for him and give him to eat.
And you told us that the people who were responsible were Omar Mambure, who was an NIA officer at Janjang Bure, and Kuli Jiba, who was the inspector of the police station at Janjang Bure, as well as Musa Sise. Is that correct?
Akoye nyumfoko Omar Mambure, memu NI80, and Kuli Jiba, memu nyaton koti police station to jani Musa Sise. Nyilom ko nyaton kolti ba menyo tajire yake.
Nyilom nyaton kolti, nyille katambi, Omar katambi ni ila jubileson tantao nyar nifuta na wako alijentinya.
These are the people. Omar Mambure used to lead them as they drum around, and when they get to a spot, he will tell them destroy it, and Usenu Dabo will come and repair it.
Do you know what position Musa Sise had at that time?
Akofayalo ne Musa Sise be palasi jumal tunu wotumo.
Prison officer.
Musa was a prison officer.
After your children were released and you discovered that one of them had been beaten while in police custody, Did you have any other interactions with any of these individuals? I'm referring to Omar Mambure, I'm referring to Musa Sise, and I'm referring to Kuli Jiba.
Ako biri dingulu muta kilimbute kono inate bula. Fodum wokola ninyi molu nata kusoto nyote male bang menu membe ko Omar Mambure Kulujiba ani Musa Sise.
Kulujiba nyolo ani Kulujiba woni Musa Sise ulbe banta Omar le baluring na buka diamu bari election do nata koteng yen na korda tinya mamuta bari yen na korda kote ya be janjane election fula ya janjane koteng.
After that, right now, Kulu is already deceased and Musa Sise is also deceased, but Omar Mambure is still alive. And apart from the 2001 election, the following elections, he did the same thing, leading a group to my compound to come and destroy things in my compound. They did it more than one occasion.
What about recently? Have you been in contact with Omar Mambure?
Akunyin labang la fo dung Omar Mambure na kajele wala fo kursita mbial tema.
Nkaje kuma nama son tous ne man dunate ma ay konne ro UDP la kola karfula ko man to ko tam fang UDP APRC be la tamo la lantombo la risoto makati wolum fana Omar yan kuma nin toni konton la kanen nga rekotle a rekoto bembul.
We have nothing, no enmity between us, apart from the disagreement on party lines. In fact, 2 months ago, the APRC had a rally in Janjambure, and Omar Mambure called me by my name, and he insulted me, and I have that on record.
Can you tell us what he said, as far as you know?
Ako foi sa fonye bang ay nendro mem foi itela moyroto ay mun nendir façon
ay nendro mem fonye ako tu moy nyil tataje TRRC mol tataje.
The insult he said to me, he said that time when the TRRC people went there, I went there and I made my complaint about what happened to me in the hands of the APRC people. He said that day I went there to tell lies, that I am a liar, that I want the TRRC to give me money. But he was not afraid that wherever I wish, let me take him to. That record is with me.
Do you have any fears or concerns with regard to Omar Mambure or any of the people who came to your home?
Ako fahanim bi ye be silaring Omar Mambure la kola le bang wala APRC kado wala modo me ya lonko isi be silaring ko fo isi ku no kan nole wala kukela.
Nasa kadu Omar kera tale atone kabula nova.
I am afraid. I'm afraid of Omar because he's the only one who used to come after me and he could kill me. Here I am. Before I did not know high blood, but now when I'm having high blood attacks, I cannot do anything. And all of this is because of the heartache that I have experienced.
And in fact, you provided that recording of Omar Mambure saying those things to the investigators this morning. Is that correct?
Akondung iwo Omar Mambure wala kuma kangulu menu ya record ibebulu ya itandi la kisikisir la le biso manda fo lem tonyati ba.
Nga itandi ala wala mo tonyati janno kala folon tata police le makati Janjambure.
Yes, I showed them this morning, and before that I had even gone to the police at Janjambure.
I
gave the report there and they told me to go to the chief. I went to the chief. He asked me who was my witness. I said to him my son was there standing. But he said to me, but you know, in the side of the law, they may say that is your child. He said to me, go and bring proper evidence. But one of the children there, my nephews there was there who recorded. And that record I have.
5 o'clock
By 5 o'clock, I returned back to the chief. I said to him, you are the chief. You are our chief. I do not want to bypass you, but what Umar has done to me, I want you to listen to it. So the chief played it and listened to it. He said, Omar's issues are difficult.
Ako nyinga moyle dawda diate Omar Samba ji kata boyte kande nte musse foti bar nte ka mol sambe ya yela kordati nya Omar kata mi mol nyato e kata la kordati nya Omar nyata fata yete makam sanyi mo fula Omar bete ndoma.
He said to me, I am the chief, but wherever you want to take Omar to, take him. I am the chief, but I do not go and destroy other people's compounds. It is always Omar who leads people to go and destroy other people's properties. He should leave you, he should have left you for the past 22 years.
Madam Kamara Sise, I note the time, so I just wanted to ask you one last question.
Madam Kamara Sise, nga wato jubele bari bitum lafte nyinin kala nyinin kar kilin na kotake.
You've told us about what happened to you in 2001.
Ya fonyen kolu men ketela 2001 sangokono.
Your arrest and detention at the NIA premises for about 24 days.
Ye muta ye sindi NIA la kordato kata fo tilimuani sabatu limuani nani njango yebula.
You've told us the impact that this has had on you in relation to your own health.
Ya ya fonyen nye batando menkela hanfo ifongola jata kende ya nasita kono.
How you had to leave your children, including a 1-year, 1-month-old baby.
Ila dimbaya lutukoma wolukono idingma bije me yalon kabe sanji killing karkilling.
You also told us that your 18-year-old son was dismissed.
Yenyum fanam fanyenko idingo membe do kola seno bundala be sanji tandin say yo fanam bay ala do kola
from government service.
Ya bay man sakunda do ko.
All of this is in relation to the fact that you are UDP chairperson in Janjanbureh.
Akunyim bebe dending ko mena wolem ka foko itolo UDP siranti oti Janjanbureh.
Is there any other impact that this has had on you and your family?
Akufo bata do bijele wala kudo bijele woye men site may nila dimbaya lu Janjanbureh je.
Apart from what I've just mentioned now.
Mem manke kuma kangol tinga men no foten saing.
I have seen difficulty, all kinds of difficulty imaginable they have inflicted on me.
Can you briefly tell us about that?
Foi sa fono nye domandindrong yebata façon lumenu taki wo kono de ungo nyakando ise fem fono nye jeleba.
Ndi fem fono ale jele ko. Katu mauma ibe mutale ibe yurndale ibe sambale ibe mabola. Ibe sila je bata lete domorkela. I
can tell you, to be arrested and taken and put in one place where you are not able to eat, you cannot drink, and your children are also taken away, that alone is enough trouble. They'll be destroying my property, my children are little, and things became very difficult for me.
Thank you very much for appearing before the Commission and testifying. I have concluded my questions. I will hand over to Mr. Chairman if there are additional questions from the Commissioners. Thank you.
Inumbara bake, Madam, ya kata inumbara ye CDRO menke Commission nyati lingula ntela nyininkaro banta janne sa imbela ko saindila Commission la alfalu bulu bitu ne nyinink folbe nyininkar sutula be nyininkala men.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you very much, indeed, Mrs. Kamara Sise, for your testimony. I'm sorry that... sorry.
Chairman ko numbara bake Madam Kamara Sise pour ye CDRO menke commission nyati lingula jang abe jaila abe numbara la ila wakilo ni CDRO kang.
I'm sorry that you had to endure such inhumane treatment in the hands of the NIA.
Ako se haketu nying keta balafati pour ye nying tajire ya jawo men taki NIA ulubulu.
I have just one quick question. When your children were detained for 3 days, I believe you said, was the school that they were going to aware of their detention? If they were, what did they do?
Ako ye la dindingulu muta tilisaba ibe police akosila be karan kan karambungu mento fodum wo karambu fo ye kukele akoto bang wato me dindingulu mutawoto
iman ko ke ibuka hani Omar nya e PRC ibuka hani nya ibuka taje fam dinul buka karam.
They did nothing. In fact, they were always scared of Omar, so they are afraid of the APRC, and so they did nothing.
But were they informed? Was the school informed that your children had been detained?
ako fo karambunyi ya fenne ko yela dindingulu mutale be police ol bulu
sila malo fo ya fo tele de bari yaran di be di nomi karane kan ni ma jele class kono e nyanta nyini kala
I cannot tell whether they knew, but I am assuming that if you are teaching children and you don't see them, then the onus is on you to inquire about them.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. If you have any questions.
Madam Kamara Sise, akoy numbara silang abe commissioner lugula nimme nyinin kar soto isafoye.
Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Bishop Odiko, o commissionerality wala kane nyinin ka.
Thank you, Chairman.
Akoy numbara chairman.
Madam Tata Kamara Sise.
Ako Madam Tata Kamara Sise.
Your 1 year, 1 month old baby
akoy la sanji kilin kar kilin dindingo
was breastfeeding
abe susu kanne wotumo
when you were detained at the NIA.
wato me ye muta ye samba NIA ke sindije.
After your release, was he able to continue the breastfeeding, or was the breastfeeding automatically terminated?
Ako fobiri saita dindingo nata continue susu la le bang fodum wala ketala susu dangoti.
Wala ketala susu dan na ko ne susu dron atebeta lala.
That was when the breastfeeding of the child was terminated, because if I wanted to continue, it would not be good for the child's health. So I began to buy supplements to breastfeed, to feed him.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you,
Mr. Chairman.
It's a follow. My question is a follow-up to Bishop's question. Since you had to win him early, did that affect his health in any way?
That affected his health because later on he used to suffer from epileptic attacks.
Thank you. The second question is also a follow-up to Council's question, because he asked you the impact of your victimization on your family. I want to know if your victimization also affected the followers of your party, since that was the reason for the victimization in the first place.
Ako numbara ala nyinin karo hanim bi tentendri langolong ako bitu ila umuto fudung ay mantora do sabu imale bankatu wairi ay sabu ite male wala ila molu inol animpati onolan ko lukatu muto dalilo be mu waleti faye ku sabu way male bang
ay ku sabu male katu aferenga kurang soto.
Yes, it affected me because now I have a sickness.
Nini yelo yema kampatandi back.
When I have these attacks of high blood, it used to disturb me a lot. And usually it's when I recall the ordeal that I suffered in the hands of these people that I suffer these attacks of high blood.
Thank you, but what I was looking for was, like, you were arrested because you were a community leader. I want to know if, aside from you, whether your victimization affected other people who were also part of, your followers, for instance.
Ako ha tonya abadame nyinin kan wala nyindi wairi temu jama nyato nkoleti wotumo ila omuto ke bondi wolu nyato fo fana kusi wo molu male men ya lonko ite be wala nyato no wotumo
ay ka dol bi je kawol fana mutale ke samba di ke deten.
Yes, there were also others that were arrested and taken and detained. And some of those did not live long. They ended up dying.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Kako, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Samba, you have the floor.
Commissioner Samba, wale kane nyinin kasai.
I want to ask you one question. When you were at the NIA, you said you spent 23 days and you were released on the 24th. You said you never were allowed to go to the restroom. When you call them, they normally don't answer to you. At that time, did you not tell them that I'm here for several days and I had nothing to eat? I told them that was when they went to the prisons and brought this food. But the food that they brought from the prisons, I did not eat that one.
Okay.
The second question I want to ask you.
For denika killing complete killing me na tata ini wo complete killing lo fotili muaning sabanani njango be funtila watu.
Was the dress that you went to prison with the same that you had for the entire 23 days until you were released on the 24th?
Niyo denika killing lo foi embula lum handi nga bunda fa di laftala jonkondo janni mina jonkon ka monna tumando asikanama nintara pompoto don tara jonkondo tara pompoto sinna fano ku.
It was the same dress that I had. Each time I knocked the door and they took too long to come. Sometimes I even pee on myself. And then when I go to the tap, I'll take water and rinse that wrapper. And it's the same wrapper that I use to spread to perform my prayers.
Thank you very much.
Truly sorry about this, Mrs. Kamara Sise. Do you, Commissioner Imam C?
Imam C, wala kane nyininka?
Madam Cissé li ma la bëgg a laaj mooy sa jafe-jafe yi nga amoon yow ak sa doom yi naka sa jëkkër itam naka la meloon ci loolu.
Madam Cissé, Imam C ka be nyininka la yenyin kole ya membe taki inila dimbayalu ikema wo alaku atarta nyadile
ikema yalu namantra nyoka nte bari nkiyo banta tamadula na korda je nkema be same karanta ba bari ay ntetu wo korda le kono anata kabira nata kalodi mbala kuola.
I was living in the compound at Janjambure, but my husband used to stay at Same Karantaba, where my brother was living. And after the demise of my brother, that's where my husband used to be.
Thank you very much, Imam C.
Chairman Kwenumbara Imam C.
Mrs. Kamara Sise, you have any concluding remarks to make?
Ako Mrs. Kamara Sise silang wairi le nyinin karo banda foi kuma soto le be la fila mem fola ke ngani yo yitandi mola ani be mole yamar la menna
be kuma soto mem fola.
Yes, I have something to tell the people.
Mom we dem in situ no to do yele fore yakanta.
Wherever one is, just be fair and honest and stay wherever you are.
Ati Usain Dabo duni bang sahare benteni o talandila.
Because only death can part me with Usainu Dabo.
Na dindi wul bebe siring imandu ko soto na dindi kilin wol be do ko la NIA say wala ka mano sanye do mandi be ofana hajoti nyande Janjambure office de Janjambure iko baraba mamu UDP la barumaldi say alimato ni elesono ketamba bare jani elesono nga ferul kata nga transfer kombo birkama.
Only one of my children are working at the NEA, but all the rest are sitting down without employment. Because all that is because they want to fight me to let me stay in poverty. But when I discovered that even that boy working at the NEA, they wanted to terminate his services, I did something and I tried to transfer him. Now he's working at Brikama. He has gone to school, he saw a list with these people, and his name was in that list, the people who they wanted to dismiss from their jobs. So when he informed me, that's the time when I made plans for him to be transferred to Brikama. I'm appealing. All my children are sitting down apart from that one person who is feeding us. I'm now appealing because personally, me, I cannot do anything now because of my sickness. I am half a human being now. I'm appealing for help.
Ntefana nyanta di wodi niwle nyanta dundande koto bar niwo e mano sanya niwo mano banta fodi mo fonga say muka senoke nka isolate da nga wafi ani baba use frigo ko niwo banta da mi ngama no sanya ngada paso bonde bara jo atafanna jo abe luwa solla fay bu jo kodi
because even that one child walking, he's alone, he's the only one walking in the family, and what he provides us will not be able to feed all of us for the whole month. So what I do is I sell baobab juice plus ice so that when his money is exhausted, the little I have collected, I will also use that for the feeding. Up to this minute, all my children are sitting down without a job.
Thank you again, Mrs. Kamara Sise.
Chairman Kokoteke Inimbara, Mrs. Kamara Sise.
And for your appeal for some attention. Thank you again so much. Council, we have arrangements for the next witness. We will take a break and come back to that. But if you can give me some guidance on what the plan is for the rest of the day.
We still have 2 witnesses, Mr. Chairman. Therefore, we can take the normal break, perhaps half an hour, and then start with the next witness, and then start with the other witness after the lunch break. So we're in your hands as to when exactly we come back.
Splendid. So we will take a 30-minute break. We come back at 12:20. If there isn't any further question, the meeting is adjourned. And Mrs. Kamara Sise, thank you again so much.
Chairman ko kota ke inumbara bake Madam Kamara Sise ila sere aro kang abaraka.